Well, I have decided, I showed you the basketball goal. It's nice 3-inch square tubing. And I think what I'm going to do, some trimming properly and all that kind of stuff, is fit it in here over everything. And probably do more bolting than welding because, yeah, there's not much to weld to back here. So here's what I've come up with. Hope you can see this. Just gotta hammer this a little bit and that will go over that frame rail and put some bolts through there, all the way through the top, through the trunk, and bolt it together, sandwich it together.
Okay, so you can make fun of me, but you're not going to make fun of him.
I'm fine. I'm fine, go. Do it. Good?
Yeah. I think this spot is too rusty for it.
Use rear sandwich pieces for the frame. We've got our pilot holes drilled, and looking at this, I might do another one back here. And because I don't have a drill bit long enough, what I did, I used a long screwdriver, basically punched little dimples for bolts to go through. So I'll drill through this side and they will meet. So we've gotten to this point with the $500 Jeep. It looks pretty ugly, but all that metal is thin, rusty. It's hard to weld anything to it. So this is going to have to do. And I'll show you the bottom in a minute, but these are bolts going through those frame rail repairs in the bottom, and I think they're going to be pretty sturdy. Automotive seam sealer fixes everything. Okay, so here's one side. Got this all done. Bolts in place, and I put a little weld on each one so that nothing will come loose. So hope this provides some stability and it doesn't all come flying apart. Well, we start on the front, and first thing is shock absorbers, and so far this one is loose and need to work on the other side. So how's the $500 Jeep coming? So we have the back sealed up and some kind of primer on there. What we're doing is putting in a rough country 2-inch lift on the back and a 3-inch on the front. And basically this consists of new springs, which both of the springs are broken anyway, and an additional helper spring that gives it more of an arch, I guess. Let's see, is that all back here? So far, we've got all this together, got the gas tank in. The kids were working on this the other night, so I didn't film anything. They wanted to work on it, so God bless them. So we got this done here, and we're almost ready. I got to tighten up a couple things. We got to start taking some things apart up here. This is going to consist of new coil springs, new control arms. That little bracket has to go in because it's raised a little bit. And we got to drop this as far as we can to get the old spring out and the new one in. So that may be the project for tonight. So we've got the front springs on now, and these bars, new bolts, basically because for some reason, the bolts back here were frozen on the other side, so we had to cut them out. So new bolts all around, nuts and bolts. The spring, you can get the old spring out without a spring compressor, but getting the new ones in, if you got lift, yeah, it's pretty impossible. I guess you could figure out a way to do it, but it's a lot easier and safer with spring compressor. So that's pretty much what we got done last night. you say you want this at 40?